Alright, y'all, what up? It's currently 6:30. What is it today? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, May 27th. I haven't been going to work after school, and low key, like, I've just been off that shit. But I finally have had time to edit my video. And today I'm gonna just be talking to y'all about, like, what's the most important macronutrient? I think I'm gonna just start a series on just giving, like, free ball knowledge to people and shit, on, like, my knowledge and, like, what I've learned from other online platforms and shit. But in this video, we're going to be talking about macronutrients. If you don't know what those are, it's literally just like carbs, protein, and fats. Those are the three macronutrients. I think I'm going to do micronutrients probably after, like what I eat in a day, kind of thing, like of like how to hit all of those, even even in a deficit. But today, we're strictly just going to be talking about macronutrients. So let's start off with protein because protein is probably the one I think that gets probably used the most. Like everything nowadays, y'all, like you go around the store and shit, you will see protein in fucking everything. Like protein chips, protein cookies, all that shit, protein powders. And everyone in the gym community is big on protein anyways. Like that's probably the biggest one you've ever heard of. Protein, protein, protein. Get your protein in 30 minutes after your workout, blah blah blah. Realistically, y'all, for muscle protein synthesis, all you really need is a gram per pound of your body weight. Like it really is that simple. I recommend getting them all from whole food sources if you can. Obviously, like someone for me, since I don't weigh that much, I'm around like 120, 125 pounds. I don't need that much protein. So for me, it's easy as hell to get that shit throughout my day. But if you're like someone on the side of like weighing like 200 more, then I mean, I guess supplementing could be very helpful in that situation, like protein powder. And whey protein isn't bad, y'all. I think that's actually one of the most bioavailable sources of protein. It has a lot of those amino acids. I think it's leucine is the biggest one you really want, but there's non-essential amino acids. You don't really need to be taking EAAs, but it's really up to y'all. It's not really gonna benefit you. I'd rather just spend your money on high quality food. But you want to get your protein sources from nutrient-dense whole foods. So that's why we're gonna be talking about the micronutrients later on, probably my next video. But some good sources of protein for me personally, the ground beef. So you could do steak or beef. Honestly, with how lean you want your cut to be, like if you're on a bulk, then obviously go fattier. But if you're trying to restrict your calories and go down on the fat, so it'll be less calories. Beef, really nutrient dense. And then we got eggs. Those two, like themselves, are really nutrient dense. Like if you're on a budget, I would prioritize getting the highest quality meat and eggs. And then Greek yogurt is also great, y'all. Low fat, full fat. Full fat technically is probably going to be better just because you get the probiotics from the fat in the yogurt. But seafood as well, like salmon, sardines, oysters are really good. Dude, if you got to, yo, just go to the protein bar route, man. Like if you gotta fill up your protein, you're on a rush. But make the time, y'all. Like everyone has the time. People say they don't have the time. Make the time. Find the time. Because if you really wanted it, you know you would do it. Next, we're gonna talk about fats. I feel like fats is one of those that get like overlooked and it's not really talked about that much, but it is really actually important, especially for hormones. So when you're especially in a deficit, your hormones are gonna take a hit, like no matter what. You could eat the most nutrient-dense foods ever. You could get all of your micronutrients in. If your calories are less than what your body is actually like burning, and you're in a negative, then you will still get those side effects. But fat is what's really gonna help anyone in general to feel better. If y'all realize, like, if you go on a higher dietary fat diet, you kind of have more energy, and it's kind of hard to explain it, but it is really important for the fat to regulate your hormones. So, I mean, a lot of people overdo fat. Fat does have a lot of calories. I think it's 9 calories per gram. But some good sources of olive oil, nuts, any animal source product really. That's like that I mentioned earlier, like red meat, eggs, yogurt, milk, some fatty fish. Those are gonna be good for you. And then next, I think, in my opinion, the most important macronutrient, carbohydrates. And I just started learning about this shit. Like this is new to me too, but carbohydrates are gonna fuel your lifts and they're gonna fill your muscles with glycogen. And y'all know this. You don't want shitty sources of carbs though, because that shit's gonna fuck with your energy. But your body's first source of energy is going to be carbs. Your brain runs on glucose and sugar. That's why if you take like fucking even Skittles, bro, before you work out, you will have way more energy and you'll probably perform better. Even if it's Skittles, yo. Anything that's fast digestion before your workout, you're really gonna want that's like rice cakes, honey, banana, any fruit really. Like that is really gonna help. If you want to do intra workout carbs, you can. I only recommend that if your training sessions are really long. But for carbohydrates, you're gonna want to do a gram per pound of body weight for protein and the zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.5 of fat, and then fill out the rest of your calories and carbs. So whatever that is. Honestly, when I get back into my surplus, y'all, I'm gonna be increasing my carbs to around like 400. It depends, maybe even 500. Depends on how active I am. But make sure you use your carbs. Don't just fucking eat them. Make sure you use your carbs. Make sure you fucking actually work out hard. Especially walking after you're eating a big carb meal is gonna be really good because it's gonna get the glucose kind of more in your muscles and shit. But that's all I got today, y'all. Fucking lighting here is insane. Lighting in the gym's going crazy. But if y'all enjoyed this, like and sub. And see y'all in the next one.